Good afternoon. Welcome. If you are here in accordance to the Hattrick time schedule, it should be afternoon or perhaps early evening. It could be you are with us from further away. In that case, good evening, good night, or perhaps even good morning. Let's see if we have a picture here of the academy at Havlandshelte Havmårene. I already see Peter Ward in the chat. Hello. Hello to you, Peter. Welcome in. Good to see you. It's good to be live on a Saturday. It's been such a long time, actually. Luckily, my busy Saturdays are about to come to an end, and I can already tell right now that it's my plan to stream next Saturday as well. So hopefully I'll be able to provide a bit more coverage of the HTI Community League as we initially had it, which was also the ambition for the project altogether. So I feel like I've been neglecting it a bit, but hopefully, crossing my fingers for the more chances to cover live games in the coming weeks. Why not start with a little scouts call? I do have to say, the last few weeks across different teams have been pretty lucky, so I'm not expecting much here. But let's have a look. A 15-year-old, at least, Gustav Hinze. Definitely more interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Always go for a 15-year-old like Gustav here, even though defending, it's quite a good skill for a youth player, but it takes a long time to train. So 16, yeah, that basically that answers the question. Going with a 15-year-old, let's see, 1576. I hope you guys had some nice pulls this weekend already, if you've had the chance to do so. Let's just take a look at the youth situation. If the page is actually going to load. This might be an issue. Oh, here we go. Passing and scoring. Nice. Not bad. We did find this fella some time ago. It's already passable playmaking, inadequate scoring, inadequate winger already as well. Powerful. I do see PNF in the making. Speaking of PNFs, I do have a Danish PNF on the under 21s at the moment, and they are, as of yesterday, qualified for the third round. The nice thing about his age is the fact that he is turning 22 just the day after the final. So if they go far, he can play all of the matches. Very much in his favor in this stage of the tournament, because the further you go in, the more team spirit and team confidence you're trying to retain. After each of the first rounds, more like I think it's 80% is reset, and in the end it's a lot less. So you cannot remove players from the squad without having a severe blow to the both of those resources. Anyway, today's matches. Papaya ELC up against Parking the Bus. That is the fight to not be last in the league. of high ELC. Quite far behind on the goal difference though. Minus 23. And they're still active. That's nice to see. Espevik. Versus Peivalan Kilutajat. Sort of a middle match here. Looking at the numbers, it's super even. Bonus since. You can see that McCulloch is doing well to keep up actually. Being the younger of the siders here. He did actually beat me quite badly a few rounds ago, Espevik. Didn't feel too good. I'll have to admit that. I wasn't expecting him to mix things up because he had been playing sort of an intro style training thing, and then he mixed it up a little, and I got beat pretty bad due to that fact. Bagheera Donbake up against FC Julupukit. Top half of the league here. Donbake moving ahead perhaps here in the average numbers. I bought a goalkeeper. Still not the most defensive training scoring, so well, now you can claim that you have some sort of a defense, I suppose. I hope. Not completely defenseless. That's good to hear. Havnatelde versus St. Anna Happatine. They're based in England. The strongest team of the league by far, and a week ago it was 5-0 in their favor. I can't see us getting points today, to be honest, and we are going straight towards the bottom of the table. I won't say much about the goals of this season. I'll keep that to myself. Hey Auslander, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Even though it's still quite young for you. Buff Orpingtons versus FC Pardalov. Today, Pardalov is having somewhat of a different experience nowadays in V.130. Yeah, all good. Just started. Nice. Very nice. I was actually like a mini Hattrick meetup yesterday. It wasn't like a full public Hattrick meetup, but it was restricted to a federation, and it was about port wine, so everyone had to bring a port of choice, and then we had a tasting and we watched the national team matches and had some fun. Talked about Hattrick quite a lot. Very much actually. We did drink all of it, so I'm a little tired today. I'll have to admit. I don't know if it was the most sophisticated tasting ever. No spitting in order to not get too intoxicated. It was a full tasting. Orpington. Now with a goalkeeper, I hear. Up against High Plains Drifter. That's Ben. He's only lost one match this season. And he does look a little stronger if you look at the average numbers. I'm not going to lie about that fact. They do have a red card, so perhaps there's a chance here. I only lost by 1 goal last round. Oh yeah, and that's the return match, obviously. Could be. I don't know. I didn't actually look at the match, but we can do so. Why not? maybe if I take a look at I wouldn't say it's lucky. It's hard. Like if you look at the expected goals, it's definitely within the numbers you would expect. You have a high midfield, one entire level. That makes a big difference. It will be bigger today. I think you'll. Yeah, of course. If you have you might as well do a little something if you can. It really depends if you are heavily invested into your training schedule or if you are actually competing. But realistically, no one should really be competing. But then again, if no one is really competing, you could gain a lot by competing a little. The problem is still scoring on the chances. I see you having a chance of a point today if we imagine that we are within the same ratings today. Hattrick Australia Huskies, they've turned around, improved their experience. Mambo, they're now top side, well, top half side at least. They're playing against Slavoj Karlovice. Not as dominant as we've seen earlier. A banned player here. At least it isn't raining for my 3 technicals and 2 quick. That's definitely a plus. Definitely a plus. What kind of player is pretty decent TSI, I should say. By the look of it, an important player, Kupski, out, serving a ban in today's match. Bonnet Bay, Peaky, and RS 350. A new Australia classic. Eternia still within reach of first place with a win today, and Eternia has been competing quite consistently all through the history of the Hattrick Community League. That's nice to see. But we'll have to see if Bonnet Bay can make their way into the top half of the league table in today's match. We are actually live now with the matches, so let's take a look at ratings around the grounds today at Lakewood City Reserve. We have the midfield advantage for Eternia Lead, and Bonnet Bay are in pressing excellent skill. That's quite high at this level, I should say. Bear that in mind, but it does look a little difficult for Bonnet Bay. 3 pretty good attack sectors. More than a decent midfield advantage. Looks like Eternia Lead will take the points in that one, if I have to call it. Pretty good midfield advantage for Hattrick Australia Huskies here. A full level. Still, big difference when you look at the chance distribution. But how are we looking on specialties? A lot of headers for Karlovice, but they are a little reliant on possession since it's a team. Well, at least corners are. Corners are often, well, they are distributed with precision. Does make sense. You do have to have them all in order to win a corner, right? So quick players, unpredictable, definitely unpredictable battle. No. Yeah, Huskies win the unpredictable battle, but that could go the wrong way as well. Quick events might be a way through for Huskies. Interesting. Alderton, let's see if it's a big midfield advantage today. It is. See, it's a level and a half. Oh, this is interesting because this central sector and this midfield advantage. That's what could make this work well today. I think there's a good chance that you'll be celebrating at the Harborview Stadium a little later today. Partalov, magnificent counterattack. Looks like a low scoring game. Yeah, it looks like a very low scoring game, to be honest. Papa ELC, we have an injury already. Mihaly Laszlo for the home side, being replaced by Ion Nanklu, and that's Nancio. Ion Nancio. Hungary. Hungarian players here. Central defense. Low scoring game as well. Doesn't look too good in order to, like, you know, if you hear this sound, it's because there's been a goal, and chances are we're getting less goals today than anticipated. Espevik, outstanding counter. Two pretty good side sectors. Last time it was 6-0. With a little luck, it could go either way here. Especially at low levels, I think the simulator has a tendency to underestimate the counter. But it's probably because of the 3% central attack, which is still the most common place to get a counter, right? Bagheera, Yulapukit. Bigger advantage in favor of Yulapukit than I had anticipated. But I mean, yeah, there's a bit of randomness involved in this, so it could go either way. Let's see here. I don't like the look of this. We have a few goals already. Parking the bus from a set piece. Rafael Fairbairn. Who's the set piece taker here? It's Sean Davey. And Pavelan Kilutajat has made it 1-0. Morty Koskimeki. Central attack. 5 minutes in, 26%. This certainly means it'll be hard for SPV to get points away. At points at home, obviously. At Gale Vil Landhandlen today. Tough start for... Oh, what are you kidding me? Or maybe it's not that unusual to see. We should be happy to have the first 2 chances awarded for Havnens in the though, because a full level midfield advantage for Saint Anna in this one. Yeah, it probably looks like a 5-0 or something like last week. Certainly hope we're a little more lucky with the chance distribution and perhaps some lucky goals, but yeah, tough match. Man mark here, and looking at the names, I'm suspecting High Plains drifter Costanti, Flynn Parsons. Ooh, the technical midfielder. 6 stars reduced to 2. So you had a 1.5 level midfield lead, now reduced to half a level. And now I call this a close encounter. Now it's a coin flip. I think. I just want the beautiful game to be beautiful. Hey Robert, good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well this weekend. Well, they are seeing something. The pundits are seeing something at least. An improved performance today for Orpington, so that's a good thing. Didn't I expand my stadium? Oh, it's in progress. To finish today, it didn't. Okay, okay, I see. Let's just take a look around here and see if anything's actually happening. So only one man mark. Usually it's only applied at higher levels. Looking at the star ratings, you'll definitely see why we are having a hard time. In the middle of the park, 8.5 stars, 8 stars, and 10 stars. But Jabin is starting to show his worth. Let's see. Alvaro Lindo. Quick forward here. Missing a counter down the left. No chances reported still between Aldrington and High Plains drifter Archie Thompson. He did miss down the left 7%. It's not like you can really expect a lot of goals with such conversion rate. And we're not doing any better really against St. Anna here. Havnens, unfortunately. Only 2 goals here. 15 minutes in. Viren. Lisaki Viren. Attacking in the left. It's the central defender all the way up in attack. Trying to finish the attack, but no goal for Julupukit. Quick event. Keys Vierban. The left winger for High Plains drifter. That's a good start. That he doesn't convert that one is a good start for Aldrington. Aldrington takes the lead. Let's take a look at that. Danny Mark. A right attack. Pretty good. 30%. Danny Mark, where's he? Striker here. Head specialist. We'll get the goal sound out and celebrate the goal for Aldrington here, taking the lead, making things interesting in the top, because Eternia Elite can move ahead They win then. Let's go. Let's go. 18 minutes into the game, we have Parking the Bus leading 1-0 Fairbairn. We have Pevelen Kilotajat leading 1-0 against Espevik. They are playing at Gær ved Landhandlen. Still deadlocked in the match between Bagheera and Jolopukit. Havnenselde and St. Anna, same thing, same standings as at the kickoff, which is quite nice if you are managing the home side at least. Buff Orpingtons versus FC Padavot. Still no goals there as well. Orpington just took the lead, 1-0 up against High Plains Drifter. Deadlocked at Stadium Australia between the Huskies and Karlovice, and then Eternia Lead takes the lead. Dell Burns from a right attack. Not something to complain about for the home side. Eternia Lead 38%, and they go top of the table in the live standings with that goal. Bagheera attacking now, down the right. Arthur Hohensen, central midfielder, unpredictable. Goalkeeper Yuko Ylen storms out to stop him. One 0 for Bagheera. Slowly approaching the halfway point of the first half here. Arthur Hohensen. Let's take a look at him. 18 years old. But an increasing TSI at the moment. The deadlock remains to be broken in 3 of the matches now. But we are getting goals here and there. That's nice to see. Just hoping for the deadlock to remain in this one. I think that's my hope, but yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Stamina is not going to make this better for us, at least. Against St. Anna. It's just gonna get worse. Oh my. Pevelen Kilotajat. Attacking now. Morty Koskimeki attacking on the right. 43%. He makes it 2-0. And High Plains Drifter takes the lead. And we get in... No, they... Sorry. They equalize Seran Haikis from a right attack. 57%. Yeah, that's... It's up to the midfield. You have to stop him in the build-up. Or hope for a stop in the central sector. Seran Haikis. 23 minutes in. That's the striker. He's 28 years old. Inadequate form, but enough to make a goal from this chance. A minor injury toward Vesteran. A bandage for the Swedish central defender. Playing for Bonnet Bay. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse than that. Valder Laustsen, central midfielder. Bagheera attacking down the right, but this time no goal. Looks like a counter-attack here. Or is it a PNF event? It's a PNF event. Adrian Kirk. Let's see if he can actually take advantage. He does. It's 2-0 for Bagheera. They're closing in. Let's see if... Oh, wait a minute. Will you look at that? Oh, there was a pullback. Yeah, well, he wouldn't march in this one. Yellow card for Werner Tinglev. Hopefully no injury from this foul. Penalty for Aldrington. Stephen Shipley makes it 2-1. It's the opening goal. No, not really. St. Anna makes it 1-0. Emile Combe from Côte d'Ivoire. Down the left. Yeah, can't really argue against it. Can't really do much about that. Just have to move on and hope that they'll promote the season. Sergio Astilla gets a yellow. That's the left back. Quick left back for Espevik. Mexican left back. Another injury. Feel like we've seen a lot of injuries today. Petri Mahalen. And he is replaced by Jan Sebastian Galax. Central midfield. Yeah, they lose a little defensively. Julapukit gains a little offensively. I don't believe it has changed a lot. Unless They are planning to do a stamina substitution. Padalov on the counter here. Andrei Balan, but the chip goes over the bar instead of into the net. No luck in that one. Still deadlocked. 28 minutes played here at the Roost. Karlovic has had the chance from a direct free kick. Bogumil Marchvicki, but it failed to trouble Stephen O'Connell. Still deadlocked at Stadium Australia. 29 minutes played. Petri Marlin. Now that's just a reporter saying 6 or 7 weeks. That can't be true. One week. Kilotajat Pelevan from a set piece has made it 3-0. Radio Rayo Lunden. Let's just find the set piece man here. It's Arthur Victor Teruma. One of like 4 or 5 foreign players in the Finnish outfit here. One third of the match has gone now, and 2 matches remain if we are to get goals in all of them. I do think we will see goals in all of the matches. It's fairly unusual to see these league matches going without any goals at all. Sean Davey. That's got to be parking the bus here. Strikes the upright from the overhead kick. No goal though. Down the left. Donald Newman. Ricardo Olsen. Can't do much about it, and it's now 2-1. The away side has scored from a corner. 2-1, 31 minutes in between Bagheera United and FC Yulupukit. Parking the bus attacks. Oh wait, it's Papai ELC. Counterattack. Sean Davey, unpredictable, a negative event. He almost makes an own goal against the Davy Ham. I don't know why I've started calling it on goals. Own goal. 95 replays in favor of St. Anna. Oh. Luckily, in just over an hour, both of the matches this season against them will be done and dusted. Which is only good thing. We'll have to be better during the second half of the season at Havnen. That's for sure. Harrisbury. He scored often, but not this time for HTI League. 43% chance. Yeah, you can't score all of those. You can't score all of those, even though you really want to. But that's just not the way it works. I have a feeling this is about to go crazy. We've only seen one chance for St. Anna. 3 total. Like those final 5 minutes of the first half could explode. Espervik gets one back. Elmar Helgason on a penalty, 37 minutes in. That's pretty good. For the home side, if they are to grab a point perhaps in this one, it's still unlikely, but at least now they are a little closer. 38 minutes played in today's matches. Valdemar Filkenborg. Free kick. Direct free kick, but no goal. No goal for the kick taker. The free kick. The set pieces, man. They lead 2-1. Wing event. Bertus Verel gets an assist from Roald de Vroom. And now we have Aldrington attacking through the center. Flynn Parsons. He's been man-marked for most of the game. But if he's lucky here, could come away with a goal. Marcelino saves for High Plains Drifter. It's still 2-1 at the Harborview Stadium. Almost 41 minutes played now. Valdemar Filtenborg makes it 3-1 for Bagheera. 42% chance in the right side, and now it's 3-1 in the jungle. Junglen. 41 minutes played now. Just a few minutes ago before halftime. Bonnet Bay, PDIM, Abuser, Atsis is able to close down the opportunity from the defensive midfield position. Abuser. I don't know. Maybe that's an idea for a nickname. Three more minutes in the first half. When I was looking what the best ways are to make money training, I noticed one of the worst ones are training from 17 years old up and to whatever age you want to train them. Do you agree, or am I missing something? The dangerous thing about picking the very young ones is that you risk paying, you risk paying a lot because they are very young, if they are somewhat talented. It does make sense to, if you evaluate a full season's worth of training from a profit perspective, it might make sense to start from formidable rather than solid. There's definitely some truth to that if you have more money to invest. Yeah, or that's just an example, right? It could also be even higher. If you have more money to invest, there's potentially more money to earn. It's been quite a while since I actually did train any players like that, but you could sort of do a reset once you have some money to invest and then trade up a bit. Yeah, you could probably my common example is the wingers. Most people who watch this channel know that it's my go-to advice. Yeah, you're day trading. How's that going? Or skill trading, yeah. Havnenselde with the equalizer. I wasn't meant to play that one because we didn't actually observe it live, but Rojanowski attacking down the right. No! Good. Too early to tell. Leroy Barker-Jones. Krøjgaard. Can't save it. Nah. 2-1 for St. Anna. I I was fearing a lot of goals. Fortunately for Havnezelde, one of them was for us. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We have some halftime standings here. No, they get another one. Please, no. Leroy. I think... Yeah, they get another. Ouch. Ouch. It's 3-1 at Havnegrillen here for St. Anna. Bagheera leads 3-1 at home at Junglen, that's the jungle, and at Gärdet Landhandlen, it's the away side leading 3-1. A common score today, that's for sure. The guests are Pavel and Kiluchachat. They are playing against Espevik, SK, Popeye, ELC, and Parking the Bus. In that match, it's 1-0 for the visitors currently. That's Parking the Bus. Buff Orpingtons versus Partalov is the only match where we haven't seen any goals so far. Or is it? No, we actually have a deadlock in Hattrick Australia Huskies versus Karlovy as well. Alderton lead 2-1 home at the Harbour Stadium against High Plains Drifter, and Eternia lead is ahead 1-0 at the Lakewood City Reserve against Barnet Bay in the Australian match of the week here in the Hattrick Community League. Training 17-year-old only makes sense when you start a cycle or want national team players to train. Yeah, I agree with you most of the way. It also makes sense if you can find them and you are doing your initial batch of training, because you're very limited with the 300,000 euro starting package, right? But I do agree. The reason why I wouldn't advise, like if you just started with wing training and you're doing, because I was talking to, I do some not official mentoring, but I do have people asking me questions from time to time in the mail within Hattrick, and it's perfectly fine. I always tell people to just do exactly that. If you have any questions about Hattrick whatsoever, I will ask to the best of my ability. I will answer them to the best of my ability, of course. And I was talking to a guy about doing the exact trade-up. Say if you train one season of winger, should you then sell your trainees? And looking at those numbers, especially for winger training at least, it didn't make much sense to do that trade-in. There could be, it also depends when you start. Like if you start your team during the end of the season and you then train for a shorter cycle, perhaps even less than just one season, you will end perhaps a little, no, sorry, I have to correct myself there. If you buy towards the end of the season, then train a little longer than a full season, perhaps you get a higher return. But again, then you would have to invest during the start of the season as well. But I mean, in total, we are just looking at like a market that is still not fully recovered from the Hattrick Anniversary League still. How many, may I ask, how many players did you buy so far in your skill trading project? I should be scouting. I haven't found anyone this week for my skill trading. 5, okay. And you sold 2 already. Yeah. The niche I've been trading in is, at least this week and last week, it has been a hard time trying to find them. Not a lot of players up for sale. Actually, just doing a little something here. Hey, Hampson. Hope you're doing well. On this Saturday. I'm a little tired today, I'll have to admit. Was at a Hattrick meetup last evening. A little Hattrick port get together. Oh yeah, the first profit you make is definitely from being patient. As patient as possible. Oh, that's pretty good. You're looking at scoring, right? I had a very good week in Denmark. Well, I sold the players last week, but I didn't find anyone. I didn't have anyone to pick up. Oh yeah, but that's the most important thing to get used to, is to pass on a deal that's turning bad. I like to think of it a little like if you are going on a hike towards a summit somewhere, to know the limit, like the return, the point of in the day where you just, if we don't make it by now, turn around. The most important rule: don't overextend and do something stupid like that. Even though overpaying a little for a player in a hat-trick is probably not fatal to anyone. That is an annoying track. Having said that, I did make a horrible overprice, but knowing the fact that other very experienced managers in Hattrick have made even worse trades like that, gives me a little, makes me feel a little better, knowing that it could happen to the best. Yeah, honestly, yeah, okay, so you're still trying to crack the numbers. That's nice. Yeah, perhaps I should even be adding more of the trades that I do nowadays to the sheet and keep crunching at the numbers, but I've been lazy at that. But most of my trades, when they come through, they're quite good. They are quite good. Anyway, I'll be right back and get something to drink, and then we'll be ready for the second half in a few minutes. how much do you make on your trades? Weekly profit per trading on one player? Last week when I had the good trades, I made 125,000 euro per player in profit. And so that was very good. The thing is, I've only just really restarted it. That's the weekly profit on the good weeks where I actually have, but I would say on average 100,000 per player. When I actually find players. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like I like to say that simply because there's less dynamic in the pricing. 75k, that's pretty good if you are limited as well from what you can invest per player, right? But a few seasons ago, when I started investing, I was looking at a double maximum investment in my search, not in my search filter. My search filter is actually like that, but I was willing to invest double, roughly double what I am now because of the general pricing in the market. So it's definitely a lot harder. People are not as likely to spend as they were just a few seasons ago. Which is, I mean, I really hope to see like the market going back towards what was perhaps the norm. Perhaps a little lower wouldn't be too bad. I did invest in a few players, a few keepers to keep some value, and it's been terrible. So, but now I've sold off two or four of the keepers. That wasn't the plan, but the prospects of selling them was it wasn't worth their wages. Certainly, and also if you do speculate in, like, sometimes, depending on the player, but having to pay another week's wages is worth it. But it could also be very volatile. Like sometimes, I sold a youth team player for 2 million euros. And the team got deleted. Like the manager quit. I was like, why would you buy a 17-year-old in 3 days and quit in a season? So yeah, but thinking of it, the most important income is obviously the $20 million. The 2 million euros. I'll see if I can find it in the transfer history. Right, I'll show you. Season 85. This guy. Feels bad. And he's gone. Yeah, too bad. I'll see if I can find his skills. Should be able to. It might be in the Hattrick Youth Club records still. Then on the other hand, I pulled a goalkeeper. He sold for 10 million, was adjusted to 7 million euros. But because he's being trained by the same team all the way to national team level, I might never see him like get any mother club money for any sales. But the 7 million youth player sale, it does make up for that. Promoted. Nah, he's gone. Ignored. Well, honestly, yeah, it did. I mean, I did start the cycle early, but also because I got 2 head specialists and the powerful too early, yes. But it was, I could have saved up more money and never seen the occurrence of such 3 talents at the same time. So, yeah, that's the reason why I do prioritize. I'm sorry to say, if you like following the San Marino's team, I do prioritize trading. Right now I have to, because I'm not even training playmaking on the San Marino team, so I can't do the same thing there. But if I am, I do have to prioritize it on the Danish team, because I did have more money starting the cycle, more money saved. The players are more talented across all of them. They all have specs, and yeah. And it's also my home country, so I will have to be honest. Winning in Denmark would mean more to me than winning in San Marino. But just a little more. Nah, probably a lot more. Let's see. We have a PDIM on the field for Karlovice. That's Jakub Goll. And he has closed down the Huskies while they were on the ball. What kind of players would make the best profit trainees if I plan to start a forward cycle with a 5 million budget to spend on them? Oh, because you only keep 3 of the forwards on. Like, I was thinking scoring, you wouldn't get any, but that's because I have to train scoring on 6 core players in my inner midfield cycle. 11-12 playmaking with spec. Why that much playmaking? Are you talking about making PNF profit trainees, or? I kind of have to know if. Oh yeah, but the idea is to train 3 core forwards, right? And 3. Yeah, that would be a good plan if you want to go with 3 PNFs. For sure. Like yesterday's company, we were drinking port and watching national team matches in Hattrick. We had two Danish champions in the company. We had 2 current national team trainers, a former, and everyone agrees. If you are making a normal Hattrick team, doing that without a PNF, that would be beyond silly, right? So you should definitely be able to make some money if you go for powerful with that sort of playmaking. You could go a little lower if you go for a bit more multi-skill, and then hope for some winger as well. Just a bit. Let's see, both Orpingtons with a free kick. Basil Al-Khalifa with the save for Pointelov, keeping the deadlock intact 55 minutes into the game. But like, this is just, well, in Danish we have an expression like you're just shaking something out of the sleeve, because I didn't really look that much into it. But I've been thinking about the same scenario for passing, because the passing season, or somewhere around the season, that like in the first step, because I will be swapping back and forth, you're able to train 16 players, and if I have 6 core players, I could potentially find 10 trainees. What kind of trainees would you get for, say, a season's training? And I'm looking at some numbers, some transfer compares, but it'll be in a few seasons, so like anything I research now could have changed drastically since then, right? For PNF, if you plan to go for profit trainings, you can definitely go for players starting with 9 PM. Yeah, definitely so. 18 scoring too much for a homegrown player? That depends on a lot of things. If you want to balance wages and be... It also depends, like how competitive is the top flight of your the country you want to play in that particular season when you are on the peak. But if you want to be smart about keeping money a little money. I would say you shouldn't go beyond mythical, halfway through mythical. Going beyond that point, that is straight up wasting money. But you could be in a situation where it helps. Parking the bus. 2-0 up now. Sean Davey. Central attack. Let's take a look. 16%. Not unlucky, but yeah, I mean, if you get 6 chances, you should probably expect to have scored, right? Yeah. But yeah, 10 p.m. is what national team managers in Denmark want on the under 21s ENF. So if you can find someone to make profit on with 9 p.m, you should be good. Probably even less if they have a little extra wing. You could we'll try it, but yeah, I think what I could say, I go for 17.5 thereabouts for my inner midfielders, homegrown. But I know that if, like, I don't have enough money to go beyond that. At least not until they are very old, and you would probably end up just retaining the skill rather than actually train it, right? I can already tell you that Rico Åstrup in my Danish team, if you remember my PDIM, he can't reach the vine if I just kept training him now. He's already too old for that. I'm fairly certain, at least, he can't. Because he was trained to almost Titanic defending already. Not that I would ever even consider it. Yeah, there's no estimate for divine playmaking. I think the two others do actually have an estimate. I'll show you. This is the second best player. But I mean, these training times, you know, that's also the reason why you would get so much more from training something else. I don't mind showing you this guy. I don't even mind showing you Ricky Åstrup, because he's probably not going to play much more for the... Yeah, he would only be able to play in round 1. And there's one match left in round 3. You take a look at his training estimation. See, there's no estimate for Divine. It's gone. Oh no. Would be fun to see his potential if he actually popped to Titanic defending, but again, it doesn't make any practical difference for his ability to play. Julepokit Hattrick Nilsson. Central attack. 3-2. 60 minutes played. Now we are actually in the 63rd minute of play. Still one goal. Still one game, two games, but deadlocks intact. I'll be crossing my fingers that we see them broken. Getting some goals in all of the matches is most of the time what we like to see. Unless you are desperately trying to press into a goalless draw. Honestly, I have a hard time remembering whenever I... Perhaps as a member of the Danish national team in the last campaign. Yeah, I remember doing that in an opening match on a tough away field. Not me doing it, but the team trying it. If you do follow national teams in Hattrick, yeah, I want to show you guys this crazy result last night. Jeffrey Moth. Maybe not the way you would pronounce it if you are actually in Switzerland, but yeah. Konrad Lagerhall. Important save here, denying the visitors another goal. They lead 3-1 at Gær ved Landhandlen. National teams. We'll just do like this, the Europe Cup. And Denmark almost qualified now. Look at this crazy result. So that's the simulator, right? 43. Look at the replays. 26. 5-0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times down the left. That's one of those games where you just have to like, okay. It could be we have to take a loss at some point. You probably even want to save some of those goals. 5-0, 1 in a million. Definitely a crazy result at least. That being said, the team, the players, the generation right now are doing, they have been trained like in a very rigid and disciplined training campaign, and we are starting to see the results of that. Hi, Marian, can I ask you something about national team? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shoot. Aldrington makes it 3-1. Jordan Pickup. Ooh. Classic PNF goal. He did pick up a central attack. Miss from Jonathan Finn. Starting to look a little comfortable now, Aldrington. Last year, there was a promise from a manager to train a full 18 junior as a winger. Magical, but considered a gentleman's agreement at that time. In In the meantime, the national team staff stepped in and changed the players' plan. Is it normal for these things to happen at this level? I can't. And sometimes, I mean, it really depends on the country. But like, how did they change the plan? That they just did they want him to be more multi-skilled? I mean, you know, I can tell you what's the case in Denmark right now. So the players breaking into the national team right now, 11, 12 years ago, not years, seasons ago, like they made a federation, and to just, like a bunch of managers to just pick up all of the players, the best talented players, and then just do these very rigid training plans, extreme training plans. But honestly, I've heard stories about, like in some countries, because, like, imagine you had 3 players in training in a nation capable there or thereabouts, perhaps even in the team, and then you don't follow the exact instructions for one player because you have another plan, and then the national team manager will then, the NT coach will then pull up all of the players. I mean, you do see instances of nepotism and that. It's also common to see pick arrangements. And have more managers just planning out how to and it's a little like a poker game also, right? Because you could make a deal with another manager, that's what I've heard about at least, and then you choose to break it as well. So that being said, most national team managers in Denmark I've spoken to, they say they don't want to do any sort of deal. But I would say it's hard to make any real promises in this game. Bottom line, and that is the bottom line, if you own a player, you ask them to not intervene, but they okay, so they didn't. But the bottom line is, if you have a player in your club, or if someone you know, like, it's the club owns the player, so they can kick and scream all they want. And yeah, you do see it could also be like you had, let's say, one group of managers, they prefer wingbacks or whatever. That it's always the final decision of the club owner, unless he fires the player or does something in order to directly sabotage. "72 minutes in, just happy to see Havnensilde not trailing by more than 2. Somehow I feel like just saying that out loud could potentially make it worse. Bottom line is, I would, for most parts of Hattrick, there's no such thing as a gentleman's agreement. Unless it's people that you know well. Like if you have you've known them for quite a while, and just like in real life, right? But I definitely feel like there's an argument. If you made an agreement with the scout at some point, it could also be because you have a change in personal, like it's another campaign, and now the prototype of the player in question is a little different. In my opinion, there should be such rules. Like gentleman's agreement, or I mean, the rule is that if you are the club owner, you own the player, not the national team. So unless you do anything like firing the player, it's your choice. You could be unpopular in the community and everything, but that's the way it is. That's the rule. Bonnet Bay, quick event for Georges Primachos. It goes all the way, 1-all. Pavel and Kilotajad, 4-1. Right attack, 29% chance for Ole-Matti Eskalinen, and now it's 4-1. That being said, that it's all about it's the club that owns the player. Most cases, I'd say, I don't even know, man. Like right these days, I'm more passionate about national teams than I used to be, and I do feel it's cool to see the very best players train for the national team. Sometimes that goes hand in hand, being an excellent club player, but most of the times, they will be too expensive for the very best teams. Bart Shelton, attacking down the right here. The keeper saves here, Mario Marcelino with the save for High Plains Drifter. Oh, is this another PNF? Could be. Is he to score a brace from PNF events here? Oh, he doesn't score. He doesn't actually score on this opportunity. He has less of a chance to be successful here, but still, look at the PNF, right? It's a 19-year-old PNF, so he's not very highly trained. He is probably... No, I can't say for sure. Are you training scoring? Is Peter Ward still in the chat? I would say one more thing though about national team players or national teams and being top competitive in Hattrick. I do believe that it's a good thing that it's two... Most of the time it's two different ways of playing the game. Because I do feel like it gives you a choice to play for the competitive concept, playing for national team, or if you are playing to win achievements. Eternia scoring for 2-1 here, and Gatti Headlam attacking down the left. And now they take the lead. Oh, we've had a red for Manuel Medoro. And my guess is he's missing here in the central midfield for Eternia League. I do feel like it's a positive thing for Hattrick to keep some kind of boxy way to approach the game. And by that I mean the levels that we have reached on national team players isn't something set by the game. Not as a hard limit or anything, but it's set by the communities. So you train differently because you don't have any loyalty on national teams. But they'll still be too expensive to play for most competitive sides because they have to do something about the wages, so they can't keep more than one or perhaps two national team players in the rest of the squad. I think it's a good thing that you can't do both at most times. Unless you get that beefy wage reduction, which would be beefy on but that would also be provided that you always get to play them. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're scoring. You're training scoring, okay. Would you mind, what kind of scoring does this guy have now? He's 4,000 TSI. Is he outstanding? That's my guess. Counter-attack from Padalov. Andrei Balan. What's his form like? Excellent scoring. What? Is he... Let me just keep a disastrous defending. Okay, playmaking. Passable playmaking. Oh, excellent passing, excellent scoring. Passable playmaking. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It also makes sense that he actually gets the event and misses. He's a lot more multi-skilled than I had anticipated. Okay. Oh, he's homegrown as well. Oh, he's an interesting player. No. Bad communication in Howland's defense, and it's 4-1 for St. Anna. Jannes van Herk. Now, take it easy now, St. Anna. Wait a minute. Okay. Wasn't sure what to do with him, but buying players for training seemed dodgy at the moment, so doing a bit of a homegrown cycle. I feel like I'm definitely not doing the most optimal thing with Hound and Zelda, because from a profit perspective, it would be to train them purely in winger, but I'm doing sort of a short in a midfield winger towards the middle cycle, but none of the players around them. I mean, I haven't invested in any other players at the moment. I'll definitely find other solutions. I have no other choice. The team will be built without a rare wing. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I have heard stories about players. Like, you could also have like the perfectly trained player for like an entire generation, ready to make his mark on the international scene, and then you end up having a beef with the national team manager, and he doesn't pick your player for that reason. So many things can go wrong because it's a people game. How's your player Zanotti doing? How it develops? I'll show you guys the look of Zanotti in a sec. Let's see, let's just find Zanotti. He is about to be an ex under 21s player. He's dropped to passable form. He would be able to play 3 matches in the next round. They have qualified, which is excellent. He's had solid experience. He didn't get to play yesterday. He's made 12 matches now. I like the look of that solid experience. I'm expecting him to be dropped for the next round at least. I wouldn't, if I could get away with it. Like if I had someone to replace him immediately, I wouldn't select him being able to play only half of the matches in the next round. Oh wait, wait a sec. This didn't show up properly. There we go. Right. Solid experience. 12 matches in the national team. It will be fun to get back on the playmaking. So you can see 3 matches next round. But I am expecting him to be removed from the squad. Yeah, he was born with 6 scoring. Julapukit have equalized here. Arto Lonkainen. Yeah, it wouldn't make much sense to train any scoring until we actually add the PNF for the build. Yeah, he'll be a very, very good player once he's closer to being fully developed. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, I mean, if you follow my target skills for Zanotti is I'll show you the training planner in a sec. And welcome. This is with 17.5 playmaking. I know that passing is a little high, but my idea is I might swap passing for some playmaking depending on how the cycle goes, because I know that I'm on a tight budget, and it could be that we try to see how crazy we can train Zanotti as a national team player if we run out of money anyway and we can't afford the wages of all the other players. We could go in such direction. I don't know, but I do know that we've been limited. But that's basically the one thing that I would change during these training sessions. That's allocating more passing, or less passing for more playmaking, if we have to change the plan for whatever reason. Whoops. Say Nana, stop it. 5-1. Jannes van Herk. Okay, so now the goal is not to concede a hat-trick from either Van Herk or Parker Jones. Hattrick Australia Huskies and Karlovice, they draw goalless. Yeah, you can, like, looking at the ratings, you can definitely tell why, right? And pressing on top of that. High Plains Drifter, last minute. Victor Silviano, right attack. We've already had quite a few things happening. And the other board draw against or between Orpingtons and Partalov here. See if we can seeing a goal in this one perhaps would have been more likely with these ratings, but yeah. Well, at least we do better than last week. Only just. Last week we lost 5-0. This week 5-1. HTI Elite. Has taken the leading spot of the table with the win. Mostly because Aldrington grabbed a 3-2 win at home at the Harborview Stadium against High Plains Drifter. Sweden versus Finland. Today it's Finland winning 4-1. Pavelin, Kilotajat representing Finland 4-1 against Espevik SK. Parking the Bus wins 2-0 away from Papai. Wins 2-0 away against Papai ELC. I've been having a hard time speaking properly today, perhaps even more than usually. Let's take a look at the league table here. St. Anna, nothing can stop these guys from promoting but themselves, I think. Let's oh, it's not available yet. Probably because the final matches haven't been played, or finished at least. Kilotajat, second, fighting with Julu Pukit. That's an all-Finnish fight for second here. Bagheera improving quite a lot. Espevik improving as well. Let's not talk about Havnensilde and our progression because it's difficult to see at the moment. Parking the Bus still quite low in the table, but I think it's because they're still training defense. V.130, the original Hattrick International Community League. HTI League takes over the first place with a win in the match of the week. The all-Australian encounter today. High Plains Drifter drop because Aldrington AFC takes the second win of the season. Very close here. Oh, with HTI League on a brilliant run. But you can definitely see like the community. Most teams started at the same time. I just want to check. See, started at the 10th of January 22. When did we start this? Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. HTI League. The rest of the teams are started at the same time. Yeah, that's when you started Hattrick. Yeah, I have to. Yeah. But I mean, it looks very even. People beating each other during the season. That's what I was looking for. Pretty much the same here, except for St. Anna. And Papai ELC has been weaker. But let's not talk about the first season, and we want to win the first season. I've honestly been unlucky and also hammered a few times. Yeah, sometimes. Like there's a few things with the new confidence system that is like the system. Also, you left us, so now I'm bottom. Thank you. Yeah. But it's really nice to see that we were able to fill up another league. It could be at least like in a month from now. I'm done with the billiards season. We often play on Saturdays, and that's often why I can't make it home in time to stream the HTI. But that'll be over. We're not qualified for the it's the no injuries, so it's just train, don't get injured. Just having a more competitive league at this level is great. Yeah, and have some banter, right? Some fun. Because you can actually have fun. You don't always have to play to win. Oh, well, you do. But I'm just thinking of that meme. What? You guys are having fun? That's good fun. It's good fun. I'm pretty I'm a bit eager to promote this guy with the Danish team. Alright, sorry for abandoning you. Need to head to the grocery store. No worries. You gotta do those things. Sort that out. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you in the chat. Also, I feel like I didn't need a mentor with everyone in Discord. Same, off to Little. Have a good trip. Don't buy anything you don't need. That's what I really hoped for, to have sort of a few, perhaps more than a few, but some sensible managers able to provide some relatively quick sparring when people need it. Because sometimes you can't rely on for instance, the newbie thread on the global forums, because sometimes there's no immediate answer. Sometimes that's also the case on Discord, but I would like to have a helpful place for people to ask questions. Lineup ready for tonight. Are you? What kind of game are you playing tonight, Robert? League game away. I promoted this year in Denmark. I'm thinking I could potentially finish top 2. France 5th division. I'm hoping for you to take a win. Are you comfortable or confident about tonight's match then? I have an injury for one of the wingers, my mythical wingers, so he should return tomorrow. And I'm thinking about playing him in a training spot. Otherwise I won't be able to that should work. That should work. But he missed all of the training this week. 4-3-3 counterattack tonight. 1 last week. Nice. Nice. Anyway, guys, I had a pretty rough evening last night. A very fun evening, enjoying port with a bunch of other Hattrick managers, watching some national team games. But it also means that I lack a little energy today, so I'll be signing off. Tomorrow evening, we'll be back with more YouTube stream. Hattrick in San Marino. If you want to see if Sanati and his friends can do well in the hunt for glory in the small country of San Marino. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Felt good to be back alive on a Saturday, and I've said it a few times already. I really hope to be able to do more live content for the Hattrick International in the coming weeks. It will be better. It will be better. I feel like I've been neglecting it a bit, but yeah. I hope to be able to stream more at least. Have a great weekend, the rest of the weekend, and perhaps we'll see each other tomorrow. So take care. Have a great evening. Bye.